How we doing, boys and girls? Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How we all doing? Welcome. Where's my Spotify? Turn that down a little bit. So, tell me, what's going on? How we doing? 1.6 million in the mail this morning. That's what I call a good morning. Yes, I agree. I didn't wake up with quite 1.6 million in my mailbox this morning. As it genuinely feels about like 20 minutes since I went to bed. I slept like a rock. Not bad. You must have liked the statement yesterday. Nice title. Yeah. I thought that pretty much summed things up pretty nicely. Because that is in essence what I am doing right now. I'm crafting to sell them, and I'm selling them to craft them again. And I'm stuck in that vicious cycle until I get to a point where I can say, right, I've completed it. I completed jewel crafting rings. If I really wanted to, I could complete jewel craft necks. But I'm skeptical about doing it because even the rank 1s don't appear to be selling right now, never mind rank 2s, 3s and 4s. I also feel that the time where we will sell rank 2s, 3s and 4s to people who are unaware that they can't use them is coming to a close. People's knowledge on how the legendary system works is only going to get better. Not sure if recorded stream or same hoodie. Hey, I'm going to tell you, it's Christmas season now. The Christmas hoodie's here to stay. I haven't sold one cloth legendary. Honestly, if you power through to rank 2, 3 and 4s, you might catch a few sales there, but I'm not surprised rank 1s are not too hot with tailoring, to be honest. Opened 100k in the mail from selling missives. Not much, but it's honest work. Sounds good. Morning, Woo. Welcome to you. Shout out my coffee club. Got to shout out my coffee club. You boys are keeping it fun and entertaining for me to get up and stream for you guys each and every day. Did I watch Preacher's video? It's certainly going to affect the legendary market. I did watch Preacher's video. Yes, I did watch Preacher's video, and it said pretty much exactly what I expected it to say. That the 1% top end mythic pluses, they're not buying their legendaries. They're quite simply not buying their legendaries for one very simple reason, that if Blizzard change any of how the legendaries work before or when the raid comes out, they are going to wait till literally 30 seconds until they pull the boss before to craft their legendary. That's the level of min-max those guys go to. But he also did try and say in that video, to the masses, that just craft the legendary you want. It really, like, unless you are squeezing out that like 1% extra DPS from your character, your legendary really doesn't matter. Most of the legendaries effects are like just real basic stuff. None of them have like huge power impact to your character. It's a status symbol thing more than anything right now. Bought all the cloth legendaries on Kazakh, then reset the price to 5k and sold a bunch. Price is a weird thing right now. If the price is too low, people don't bother buying. If the price is too high, people don't bother buying. You got to kind of find that mid ground, and I'm also incredibly aware of that's probably why I didn't sell many rank 3s or 4s of my rings yesterday. Well, I got really lucky and I sold one ring for 400,000 gold. GG. But the point is that if I listed them at 200,000 gold, I might have sold 3 of them. And that's what you've always got to try and balance out. That, like, I know I genuinely say for most people, in most scenarios, if you're the only person that has an item and you want to know how to list it for, think of a big number, double it, and then put it on the auction house. Because maybe only a handful of times in the entire game's history are you going to get to a point where you are the only person listing an item on the auction house. So in those situations, that logic makes sense. But what we're really trying to do now is we're trying to squeeze out as much profit from these crafting professions as possible. It's very apparent that rank 1s, you are going to sell them very, very margin skinny. You are going to get crafting cost for them and maybe a little bit more, but not much else. Because everybody is trying to get those 5 experience points and then get it sold. Long-term rank 1s will always have their place. Hence why I'm not too concerned right now about selling them for less than cost. But I'm also very aware that barrier, that buffer that you have between like selling it for less than cost and selling it for a price that it will actually sell is very narrow. So I fully understand that the rank 1 market is a bit challenging right now. Crafted market's kind of dead with too many people selling at cost now that mats are going up. Well, this is one thing. Like the reaction time of the really big servers. It's where the crazy things happen is on the really big servers. On the servers that have got 50,000, 75,000 population. The reaction time of those servers is super fast because just the scale of the population, quite simply. So what we saw it first in the NA. First we saw that material prices doubled in a matter of hours as people bought out the materials, and stuff started selling like absolute hotcakes. To compare that, for example, to my realm right now, yesterday things were still, we were still making sales yesterday for sure. A lot of stuff was still being posted for under cost. I use that phrase very loosely because everybody's cost is different, so it's sometimes hard to work out. But to give you guys an example, only at some point during the night did the price of ore flip on my market. Leystrite ore has now been reset to 30 gold a piece on my realm. This alone will have a huge impact on the dual crafting market. All day yesterday, Leystrite ore was still sat at like 13 to 15 gold each. So the actual crafting cost of the rank 1 legendaries yesterday, if you bought the materials and prospected the materials to make them, the actual material cost for most people was still pretty cheap. So they could get away with selling those rings at 10k a piece. Now, with the Leystrite ore at 30 gold a piece, if somebody needs to restock, they are in a real sticky situation if they want to continue selling them at 10k a piece. They're now making like a 5k loss even if they sell it at 10k. Which means all of those people that burn out of all of their stockpiles and burn out all of their materials are going to find it very, very difficult going forward. And there is still 6 more days until people can start using rank 2s. So the rank 1 craze is still potentially got at least 6 days in it. Managed a few market resets on rank 1s when stock ran low, so kept an eye out, but it's a risk. You never know what other people may have stock hidden away. But this is the thing, like we especially since we had a week to prepare for this. We had an entire week where materials were just going down in price, down in price, down in price, down in price. And anybody that stocked up on those materials specifically has got them at a very cheap price. Now we're seeing the upturn of what always happens every expansion, that the material prices start to go up, and then we get the raid and things go even crazier, and then they come back down and eventually they balance off somewhere. We've had the cheap point. The cheapest point for materials is now done. We are unlikely to see the materials get back to the prices that they were till maybe a week or two into the raid. I checked my sale logs and my rank 4 cape buy definitely had buyer's remorse. Oh dear. Oh dear. For me, the rest of the week is keeping an eye out on deals on rank 2s and 3s and selling off the rest of my rank 1 stock at a decent price. That's it. That's it. If you can turn 1 gold profit, on your rank 1s right now, that should be fine, whatever. It means it's not cost you anything to craft it, it's not cost you anything to have it, it's not cost you anything to sell it, but you've gained those 5 little experience points for doing it. The mission has been a success because it's pushed you closer towards rank 4, and that's the end goal. Leystrite is still 11 gold on Kazakh. Interesting to see when that changes. It's only going to take a few big player dual crafters on even a big server like Kazakh to swoop in and switch that around. But yeah, keeping an eye on the rank 2s and 3s now is going to be quite key. But it was nice for me to see that Leystrite Ore got reset. I knew I wasn't really in the position to do this. I've also got, for reference, it wasn't me that reset it, but the fact that it's now 30 gold a piece makes the 17,000 Leystrite Ore that I've got in my bank right now, which I bought for an average of 13 gold a piece. It makes that Leystrite Ore all of a sudden very, very valuable. So I mean, what if I was to dump all of that on the auction house? What are we looking at? So what have I got? 17,670 Leystrite Ore right now. If I sold all of that if I multiply that by, what is it right now? Let's just say 30 gold. There's 500,000 gold in Leystrite Ore. Boom. Fun fact for stream friends, did you know you can get rep discount Arboreal Shards? Please tell. $45,000 ore in my bank, all bought for 10 gold each. Trust me, we're getting like, it was only a very short adventure that Leystrite even got close to the that Leystrite got close to the vendor floor. Sat in front of a dual craft vendor in Ardenwell selling for 118. I'm only friendly. Check the supply vendors in Ardenwell and Bastion. Dual crafting supply vendors. Oh, I knew that rep discount affected them. I thought you'd found a way to get it at exalted rep discount. Arboreal Shards are not 4 gold 75 in Stormwind for you. An Arboreal Shard is 125 gold at base value. You're thinking of maybe Luminous Flux or Penumbra Thread or... what's the lay strike floor? I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's about 11.7 gold. Did we work it out as? What did we work it out as? Where's my cheat sheet? This is why I keep a spreadsheet, so that I don't have to remember numbers. Ceremonious blade, that's the one. 11.76 gold is the floor price on lay strike. That also makes the assumption you can get your luminous flux for 4 gold instead of 5 gold by being exalted with somebody. If you're not and you're paying 5 gold for your luminous flux, you're then I can't remember what the maths works out as, but yeah, I mean, just remember 12 gold in your head and you'll be fine. That's what I do. But the days of being able to get lay strike for anywhere near 12 gold, I think are running very, very slim, if they've not already passed. Because, like I said, and I've been saying this for days, I knew it was going to end up happening. Soon as Warcrafters buy it all to prospect it, it's going to disappear really quickly. On Hypop it's still 10 to 15 gold because there's way too much supply. Maybe. But if there's it's that seesaw is usually balanced in terms of the fact that if there's lots of people supplying the market, it genuinely also means there's lots of people to probably then buy the end product. And if lots of people are buying the end product, which is the legendary rings in this case, then usually you would hope it would balance out a bit. But there is definitely the possibility, yes, for sure, that there's just way too much supply on a large server. So it may not necessarily happen, but it's something to be aware of that could very well happen. And based on my knowledge of my realm, I saw it happening a good few days ago, which is why I stocked up on lay strike, or relatively stocked up. I mean, I know there's people that probably prospect 20,000 lay strike every hour, but in relative terms, I stocked up based upon the size of my realm and how much I need. And that 17,000 lay strike ore is going to be very helpful to me if I need the essences. Or, quite simply, just to resell it. Simply to put it back on the auction house and sell it for 30,000 gold right now would still net me 500,000 gold profit on it. So, if you can get your materials cheap, it's very difficult to lose. For 99% of the game, my focus is less on how much I sell things for, it's more on how much I can get the materials for. Only now is it slightly different because there's just so much competition on selling the end product that I'm waiting for them to sell all of their cheap stock, and then I'll just sell mine all day. But auction house stuff is looking good. It's slow but steady progress is exactly what you want. All these spiky days, just if you end up doing like 20 million gold in a day, yeah, it's great for sure. You've got 20 million gold. But if you're anything like me, you just feel the need to then reinvest that somewhere, and then the next day you don't get that 20 million gold day again because the spike has been and gone. But what I want to do is I want to do a cancel scan quickly. Let's get ourselves back in a straight place on the auction house. Let's get everything cancelled. We can loot our mailbox that we had. So we had 143,000 gold worth of sales since the last stream. So we'll open all of this for now. Just get that in our bags. And let's get these back on the auction house. Once we've got the auction house in somewhat of an order, we can do some more fun stuff. I want to do some Torghast today for sure. What's my total goal made? Oh, God knows. Revenue, let's just say the last 14 days. I've made 4.1 million gold worth in sales since Shadowlands started. But I've equally spent 5.8 million gold. So I'm still quite heavily in the hole. Quite heavily in the hole, but my inventory is pretty popping. I've easily got a couple of million gold worth of inventory now, so I've definitely made a whole bunch of gold. I mean, this is pocket changed compared to some people. I'm very aware, but and I've done all of this without selling a single Dark Moon deck. I should also add, this isn't an artificially high number because, yeah. It's not an artificially high number because I was selling Dark Moon decks all day for 300k a piece. This is without selling a single Dark Moon deck. Eternal Crystal price has dropped from 7.5 to 5.5. Perhaps it's a temporary surge from the weekly reset. Is this something other servers are experiencing? Yes, I've seen about a 20% dip in the price of Eternal Crystals. Yes, that's one thing I will do, and Woo always tells me to do this, and I always forget to actually do it, but it's a super useful tool. Or not, because apparently the Undermined Journal is down for maintenance. Maybe not, we'll do that later. But yeah, other realms are probably seeing the same. You've got to remember, the actual demand for the crystals was only by enchanters wanting to level. They needed 25 to 30 crystals to level. They wanted to get to 115 so they could craft the enchanted mats themselves. That realistically was the main demand for the crystals. Obviously they went super high in price due to scarcity of them, since people did their mythic zeros, disenchanted a few of them on the first day, dumped them all on the auction house. They got a few from leveling up to 60, and then all of a sudden everybody realised that, well, hang on, there's genuinely no way to manufacture these crystals, so that's why the price went up. Cheers, Kieran. But now we're in a position where another sweep of Mythic Zeros is going to bring the price down slightly. People will start buying them up again though, because of getting stocked up and ready for getting the enchants ready for the raid. Thank God crystals are dropping. They've dropped by 10 to 20% on my realm. I genuinely don't actually expect them to go much lower than 5k though. I don't know what it is, but 5k is one of those kind of nice round prices for a material like that, which will make people all still, I think, I know worth is very subjective, but I think some people will see worth in paying 5,000 gold for an enchant on a weapon. I don't really think they see much worth in spending 8,000 gold on an enchant, but I don't know. That's very subjective. 56,000 ore on the auction house for between 10 to 20 gold. 720k could reset it to 31 gold per. Do I invest? If you're a jewel crafter, and you know there's a lot of other jewel crafters on your realm, it's maybe not the worst idea, but 720,000 gold to reset a single market is a lot of gold. I would hope you've got at least 7 million gold in your bags already before doing something like that. Spent 13k on my weapon enchant when I got to 184. Some people will do it. Like, this is why I said this. Value is very subjective. If you've only got 100,000 gold in your bank, if you've got 100k in your bags, to spend 13,000 gold on an enchant seems absolutely crazy. But if you've got 5 million gold in your bags, to spend 13,000 gold on an enchant is literally pocket change. You don't care. Well, yeah, the weapon enchants are then using 2 crystals, so it's doubling it up again. But yeah, sure. Yeah, I get it. PK and M Scott, thanks for the subs. Welcome, welcome. I've butchered both of those names. I apologise. But welcome all the same. Thanks for the sub. Medium to low pop servers, crystals are still probably 9k. Yeah, medium to low pop servers, prices genuinely fluctuate a little bit less. And in turn, it generally means that things are more expensive. Crystals were an investment to get into a scarce market. Well, this is it, yeah. Like getting your enchanter to 115, even if it costs you 200,000 gold. If you then ended up, like I've done, selling enchanted lithium bars, if you look at what I've sold in, so let's look at what I've turned a profit on just by having my enchanter to max. I mean, these numbers have been all over the place a little bit, but enchanted heavy callous hide, I've sold in the last 30 days. I've sold nearly 1 million gold in value of enchanted heavy callous hide. I know that's not huge quantities compared to a lot, but I've sold 300 of them, and for the most part, I've been doubling my money every time I sell one. So it probably close to 50% of that is actual profit. Let's just say worst case scenario, only 30% of it is actually profit. That's still like 250,000 gold I made just by being able to take one material and turn it into another material and then sell it again, which easily would have covered the cost for a lot of people of leveling up enchanting, even at super high prices. And that's just one material. There is obviously 3. The enchanted lithium bars I'm doing the same on. I've sold almost 500 enchanted lithium bars, an average price of 700, an average price of nearly 800 gold per bar. Now I know for a fact at least half of this is profit. %30 profit margins, try 5%. Well, like I said, you've got to find the market that works for you on your server. One of the markets that I found that did work for me on my server was I was one of only probably 5 or 6 enchanters on the realm that maxed out to 115 early days. And then it got very expensive for anybody else to even think about doing it, so most didn't. All most people saw was the 7,000 gold price of a crystal and wow-professions.com telling them that they needed 25 to 30 crystals to level. They did that quick maths, came up with 200,000 gold and was like, nah, I'll forget about that. I'll level another profession, thanks. So the people that did it made some good money off it, but nothing works on my server. The only thing that's good now is server transferring and flipping mats on medium to low populated servers. Be very careful if you do that, because to my knowledge it is technically against the TOS. It's very definitely against the TOS if you take a bunch of materials to another server to sell them to then transfer back. I don't know how Blizzard track this in detail, but I'm very aware that people have been banned for it, so be careful be careful if you do decide to do that. I wouldn't recommend it. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't matter what the chances to get banned are, though. If it's against the TOS, you shouldn't be doing it. That's not a dig specifically at you. I know it was said in jest that because there's very little to do on your server. I get it, but like for anybody else listening, transferring from one server to another simply for the purpose of taking materials and making a profit is against TOS. Let's do one last cancel scan. And then I think it's time, because I never expect many sales in the morning. The morning is restock time, realistically. Actually, if I don't get those items out the mailbox, we're not going to get very far, are we? What time is it for you? Because in my time it's 4 AM. Right now it is 11:30 in the morning. Right, that lot's on the auction house. Let's switch to this dude. As you can see, I'm so tempted. I'm genuinely so tempted to just go to jewel crafting right now, go Shadowgas Neck, and just max this out, because I've got the materials to do it. I've got the materials to max this out to 4, and then I am literally done. GG, game over, done with jewel crafting as far as leveling. I'm as far ahead of the curve as you can get at that point. And even if I get a couple of sales on rank 2s or 3s at big prices, I would win. And I'm very aware of that. If I'm going to get that crazy big sale, it's going to be in the next few days. If I wait and don't do it, then those crazy big sales will never come. But I also know that the necklace is in the trash. The Shadowgas neck is basically in the trash for a lot of people. Very few people are considering using the Shadowgas neck. But if there's 10,000 people on your realm and only 1% of them even think about using the neck, that's still 100 people that might think about doing it, if my maths is correct. So making a lot of money on the people who are late to the Legos and selling the mats. Even if there are 5 people at rank 4, they still undercut by 10 to 20k. The neck is the item I sold most of and had the least competition on. There you go. It's another one of those, isn't it? That if everybody thinks the same way, everybody ends up making the same mistake. Next part of the expansion may see a new legendary, then it's done. Well, this is it. This is it. Like, if it's done, it's done, you know? If it's done, it's done. And if I can get at least 95% of the money I spend on it back, then in my eyes I've won. Because then basically anything, I only then have to focus. Once it's done, once it's leveled to 4, the only thing I need to do is literally just worry about selling them above crafting cost, and I'm golden. Get a couple of big sales to cover the cost of most of it, and then we're golden. By the way, I want to add to your bone leather shuffle. If the bone leather auction house price ratio becomes large enough, crafting the leather belt becomes a better option. Oh, in which way does it have to swing? Heavier towards the leather, I guess. Desolate mail belt, I guess, is the one we're looking at then. Waistguard. Surely not. This is only a 23 gold. Which one are we talking about? If leather becomes cheap enough. Is it the mail one or is it the leather one? The leather belt. I mean, this belt, I mean, yeah, straight 5 leather for 1. True, but this has only got, that means the leather's going to have to be under 4 gold. Leather's going to have to be under 4 gold before this is valuable. We can make, we can make 7 gold per piece of leather by the crossbow. If we can make, that obviously is on the assumption that bones are also cheap. But the likelihood is, why make 4 gold on something when you can make 7? Is my point. Like, just be patient. Like, bank the leather if it's really cheap, and just wait until you get cheap bones, because they will turn up, because they're just as oversupplied as the leather is. Bones are 5 times more expensive than the leather. Yeah, for now, because people reset markets yesterday. This is my point. People reset markets yesterday because you do need this stuff for the Legos. So, I mean, vendor flips right now are very unlikely to be a thing. I never expected them to be a thing in the first week of the expansion launch anyway. It's just I wasn't expecting everything to be so over farmed. I enjoy your videos even if I don't understand everything. My main professions are jewel crafting and leatherworking, but I basically have access to all of the professions if I need them. What professions do you suggest for a new player though? For a new player, I would very, very highly recommend skinning, herbalism, or mining. I made 90k an hour just farming leather yesterday. Yeah, if you're a skinner right now, you can make bank. Crazy, crazy bank. Crafting is not very beginner friendly right now, is the honest answer. Crafting professions, so what I'm talking there is I'm talking tailoring, leatherworking, blacksmithing, jewel crafting. Yeah, the main crafting professions are not very beginner friendly right now because there's no barrier to entry, and when there's no barrier to entry, it means that you have to look for advantages in other places. And people that have had now 10 days head start on you have got the professions leveled, they've got items ranked up already. Only as time goes on though is this problem going to get even worse. Like literally after only 2 weeks of the expansion, if you haven't leveled up to rank 4 in some items, there's virtually no point in doing it. Professions are going to be very, very unfriendly to anybody looking to get into them very soon. Skinning and an enchanter equals bank. Possibly. Although I would argue going... yeah, maybe. Yeah, probably. There's no argument there. Yeah, skinning and enchanting will make you a lot of money. It's currently over 100,000 leather on my server for under 4 gold. Oh, this is a really interesting question. The problem is that usually the sales are still projected to be higher but end up being lower because in the time it takes you to sell it, it declines. Can you predict this, and what would you base that on? Really interesting question. Really interesting question. Yes, you can predict it, but it's also very difficult to predict. The easiest way to predict it is just to know your market inside out. Literally know everything there is possible to know about the market that you're in. You want to know how you get how the materials are sourced, even if you don't source them yourself. If you're buying materials off the auction house, you want to know who is out there farming them, how many of them can they get per hour, what is the supply of them like. Are any of the places where they're getting those materials about to be nerfed because they're too overpowered? Is any of that going to affect the price? On the flip side of that, you want to know who's going to be buying your end crafted product. Are people buying it at certain times of the week? Is it going to be more expensive at certain times of the week because they say, for example, something like potions and flasks? Do they buy a bunch of potions and flasks at the weekly reset before they go into the raid again? If that's the case, then you're probably likely going to see more sales and be able to make more profit on a Tuesday, Wednesday than you would selling those same things on a Thursday. In terms of like big item, I'm guessing the question came about from the base legendaries right now. The base legendaries are a little bit more difficult to predict simply because we've never had anything like this before. I can't think of another time in Warcraft history where we've been given professions where we can craft items that are actively not usable by anybody in the game, yet you can still craft and sell them. I can't think of any other pastime or craft that has been the case. The fact that we can craft rank 2s, 3s and 4, rank 2, rank 3, rank 4 legendaries right now, yet nobody can actually use them is bonkers crazy. And I can't think of a time that has ever happened before. So, because the entire system is pretty new, it is kind of difficult to predict what people will do. But this is where there's two counter arguments. Maybe resistance gear before it was relevant in early vanilla, but you could still use it. That was the thing. Like, you could still craft a piece of gear and you could still put that gear on just because it had a stat on there that wasn't kind of super good for you. The fact now is that you can buy a rank 4 item off the auction house and you physically cannot use that item. You genuinely have no use for that item for another couple of weeks yet. Can't wrap my head around alchemy being a big money-making market because there's literally not that many people that do high-tier raiding. Well, the advantage of... I mean, alchemy always pops off because even casual players feel as if they need to go into a raid or Mythic Plus at least somewhat equipped. Most people will carry at least potions, maybe not flasks because they're too expensive, but a lot of people will pick up some food, they'll pick up some flasks, some potions, maybe some flasks. Most people will do that. A lot don't, for sure. A lot don't, but weirdly enough, a lot of the time with things like alchemy, this is a very strange situation. Most probably, I know it's very difficult to actually do the accounting on this, but probably 50% of the potions and flasks that you craft, you actually just end up selling those to another alchemist, who is then just going to resell them at the right time of the week. Most alchemists that make a lot of gold spend half of the week gathering materials cheap, crafting potions, buying potions, and then they know exactly on their realm the time of the week where they can sell them for the most. And then they dump their stock like at that exact time. And then when it all sells, they're profitable for the week. Alchemy is a very different profession because of that. Because you have a huge spike in demand for a very short period of time, but it's consistent. It happens at the same time every week. If you work out on your server when that point is, you win. But most people don't want to craft something 3 days ahead of selling it. Even casual players will get kicked from a pug raid group if they're not using flasks most of the time. harsh truth, but yeah, you're right. Like, in the pug world, every advantage counts. If you live in the pug world and you are trying to raid and you live in the pug world, you actually have to put in 3 or 4 times more effort than the Mythic Raiders do. Mythic Raiders, they turn up to Mythic Raid once a week, they go in there, they kill the boss, and then they're done for the week. People who live in the pug world have to like min-max their gear more a lot of the time than Mythic Raiders do. Like, if you actually gear your character the way that Blizzard wants you to gear your character, which is to hit level 60, to go through normal dungeons, to go through heroic dungeons, to go through Mythic Zeros, to go into Mythic Plus, to then be able to go into the raid, all whilst doing all of your world quests. The actual progression path is pretty long and pretty repetitive. But Mythic Raiders, because they're an organised group of people who are, for the most part, relatively skilled at the game, and they take advantages of things like comms so that they can talk to each other and just make things easier, they can skip big chunks of that. They can go, this is why people last week were hitting level 60 and going straight into Mythic Zeros and one-shotting them. If you're organised, you can skip big chunks. But if you live in the pug world, you've got to go through every one of those steps. It's odd. Casuals have to play the game more than hardcore players. It's really odd, but it's true. Mythic Raiders just min-max anyway. Well, Mythic Raiders min-max in other ways. They min-max in terms of like in terms of not crafting their legendary until 20 seconds before they pull the raid boss. They min-max in other ways. And yeah, some of them, the raid leaders especially, probably spend 50 hours a week like running sims and in spreadsheets and organising people, but the average Mythic Raider gets told what they need to do. They're in an organised group so they can get what they need to do done quickly. Then they kill the boss and they're done. Five male users with no tank, fully cleared Mythic Zero. Yeah, I saw that on Wowhead. That's a really good example that if you're in an organised group, you can do crazy things. An organised group of people with a reasonable skill set can pull off incredible things. And often in a good guild, the professions are even organised. Yeah, true. Right now, I mean, if I was a raid leader or a guild leader right now, I would have one leatherworker in my guild. I would have one tailor in my guild. I would have one jewel crafter in my guild. And everybody else would be funneling those people materials so that those people can get their base legendary items up to rank 4 in every slot as quickly as possible. So that then the entire guild can just go to that one person to get their gear every week. And if something changes, they can react to it then on the fly. There we go. I'm the one that's responsible for everything crafted in my guild. There you go. I encourage everyone to find an organised guild. Your time in WoW will be so much better. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I actively choose not to be in a guild right now, but that's because what I tend to do isn't really, I'm not into so much raiding. It's not as much of a thing for me. I'm happy to just like casually run dungeons, and I'm not even bothered about gearing up most of my characters, to be honest, half the time. This is why I'm really excited about Shadowlands, because it means I can have lots of ults, I can do lots of Torghast, I can have an absolute blast in Torghast, I can run some world quests, I can do some Covenant quests and that sort of stuff. It suits me down to the ground. But if you are somebody that enjoys raiding and does enjoy like getting that best gear, then absolutely you should be in an organised guild, and you should go out of your way to get in one. In vanilla, I was second in command. All gear, all alchemy, food, everything was free. Everybody had a job from farming mats to making it. Yeah. You find a bunch of organised people, and things end up going pretty smooth. I agree, but I got burnt out. So soloing is relaxing, and sorting out people's versus sorting out people's arguments and issues. True, true. There's a difference though between being in an organised guild and running an organised guild. Running an organised guild is a different story completely. That is going to require a lot of time, a lot of dedication. But just being in that guild, you might get given a small jobs list that takes you a couple of hours a week, but then outside of that, you are just going to stroll around. You're going to have gear fed to you, you're going to have consumables fed to you, you're going to have access to every corner of the game you want. Running organised guilds sucks. I imagine it does. I imagine it's very difficult, but the people that do it enjoy doing it. I went into Mythic Zeros with item level 143 with my guildies, got out at 177. Case in point. Case in point. Raid leader and deputy GM, 100% that. Yeah, it's a second job. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This is why, for the most part, I roam the worlds solo. Although, as much as I roam the world solo, I now have 240 people closely following me by, which is quite interesting to me. Graham, good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. I wouldn't mind to return to a big guild, but only for profession organising, even that, but not as a raids person. Oh, yeah, it's odd that like. I mean, I could step into a raid. I could step into a guild and organise the balls out of all of their consumables. I could basically be their I could step into a guild and be a CFO in a guild. I'm not bothered about the raiding. Like, don't expect me to have three characters gear raid ready. Don't expect that. But if you want me to be a CFO in your guild, I can do that. That's fine. CFO, hint hint. Yeah, looking for guild CFO. In the past, I've joined as a casual in progression guilds. Works out quite well. You get the odd invite for a boost. You get the atmosphere and most of the benefits. Yeah, true. Super high pop server, lay strike at 9 gold, worth buying a fair amount. I mean, you're basically making 3 gold profit on every single piece of that lay strike, which is almost 50% profit on that investment if you're buying it for. No, it's 30% profit investment on buying it at 9 gold. That's pretty solid. I genuinely can't even remember why I logged onto this character, what I was planning on doing. But I think I was probably planning on actually doing, some stuff. Since if we don't do some stuff, this is hardly my main character. I wanted to get some Torghast done. I need to get what I need done for my Renowned. What I really want to do this week is actually get my chores out the way. Because at some point this week I am going to take a day off. I don't know which day it's going to be though, and we'll see if it does actually happen or not. But Necrolord questline, go. Why does it say that? I thought I'd done most of this. Right, that's what we need to be doing. A calling in Moldraxis. Is that actually what we need to be doing, or is Zygor having a special moment? Well, we do have some callings we need to do. Let's get some basic stuff out of the way. Let's actually play the goddamn game for a little while, you know? We'll let the money train tick away in the background here. Do a cancel scan quickly. Any chance you use the TSM macro to sell items at vendors? I don't know. I don't. People seem to assume I use TSM a lot more than I actually do. At least at the moment, I'm barely scratching the surface of using what TSM is possible. Most of my operations are just very simple, flat gold values right now. I'm not necessarily doing anything super fancy at all with TSM. I don't even use the scroll wheel macro for posting and buying. I tend to like to... I do actually, although I'm mashing the mouse button, you can probably hear me mashing the mouse button when I'm posting things. It's because I'm actually looking at everything I'm posting. If you just using the scroll wheel, sure, but like I actually want to keep my eyes on what's going on. That's half the reason I don't use things like the macros. I'm fairly sure there's 2 to 3 bots on my server. I woke up at 3 AM today and tried to cancel an undercut, and the guy still undercuts me. It's like he never sleeps. Yeah. Possibly. How can you open 2 accounts at once? By having 2 accounts. I mean, you can have up to 8 accounts. I've only got 2 that are active and Shadowlands ready, but a good goal maker never sleeps. Sold anything recently? Just missives. Not a surprise there. Right, we've got 1 calling over here to do. Hey up, we sold something though. We sold... oh, some lightless silk. Some enchanted lightless silk. Let's get some more on the auction house then. How often do I cancel scan? It depends. At this hour of the day, not so much. But when I'm in full auction house mode, as often as I need to. But realistically, before Shadowlands, I just didn't cancel scan. I'd post it on the auction house at the price I wanted to sell it for. If it sold, great. If it didn't, then whatever. Collect anima. Get you a noun. What's this one? This one's going to be go to the moor. Pick up some souls, isn't it? Yeah, rescue souls in the moor. Let's grab our other couple of callings. Some guy's sitting in the auction house since 9 AM till the evening doing cancel scans. How do you fight him? Beat him on price. If you can't beat him on price, then you're going to struggle. If you can't beat him on price, and if he's posting under price, consider buying him out. But the God's honest truth is there really isn't many ways you can compete against people that are willing to do that. I'm that guy. Yeah, well, this is it. Like, the reason they're doing it is because they're making a lot of gold and they're happy doing it. What do I actually need to be doing now? Number 1, replenish the anima. What did we? What's our mission table looking like? I mean, I genuinely haven't touched this, but I mean, I don't even have half the companions. Look, on an adventure still. Really? Yay, I won. What's this? A piece of gear, a ring, anima, more gear, follower experience, woo, whoop-de-doo. Adventuring skinning cache, contains an assortment of common Shadowlands skins. Wow, that's something I never knew. You can use the same troop more than once. How do I feel like an idiot now? You can only use your companions once, but you can use your troops as many times as you want. Interesting. Interesting. Hang on, just lost 200,000 gold gambling. What are you gambling? If you've got blacksmithing and mining, what should you be selling? Crafting mostly. If you're trying to be somewhat self-sufficient like that, focus on just one legendary slot. Craft it, sell it, craft another one, sell it again. Try and pick a legendary slot that is got less competition. But arguably, you should probably just be selling the materials raw right now. You'll probably actually make more gold. You have to use at least one companion, but then you can use as many troops as you like. I should actually work out how this goddamn thing works. So what's Plague Song about? Cooldown 5 rounds, screams at the enemies in range and inflicts damage to them. Sure, whatever. Bone Storm. Whirl in place, dealing 29 shadow damage to all enemies in melee range. Well, these are all in melee range, so if we slap one of those there and one of those there, I now have more attack than them, I have more health than them. That should be enough. That should be enough to kill these. If I stack them up too high, it's just going to cost me more anima, right? It's literally 2 anima. I don't think I genuinely care. But now I absolutely slap them. Okay, now I'm getting it. Now I get it. Sure. We sold something. What did we sell? Another missive. Another missive. Right, so let's look at just banging out some of the easier. 1,000 experience. Flesh corruption. Sacrifices his own flesh, dealing 66 damage to all enemies in melee and 11 damage to himself. Right, that's a bit of a foolish move, but sure. So many people did not know that. Troops are unlimited. Get to renown 6 and you have 4 companions. XP is really good, as it's faster to bigger rewards like Soul Ash. Who would have knew that this mission table might actually be quite lucrative? Who would have knew? Any insight why Pallid Bones might have skyrocketed? Probably because somebody's reset it. More missives selling. Special abilities aren't counted in the damage counter, so be aware of that. Okay, sure. How the hell am I supposed to get 1250 Soul Ash on the legendary quest when I suck at my leatherworking toon? I can't for the life of me kill the boss on level 3. Interestingly, I don't think most people are actually meant to be able to get that very far in Torghast. I genuinely think that they've heavily tuned the difficulty up in Torghast for a reason. That's another way to slow down people acquiring these legendaries. I wiped on a layer 2 on my hunter the other day, and I know what I'm doing for the most part with my hunter. And it's a hunter, the class that's meant to be able to solo anything. If I'd have had better gear, I'd have pew-pewed him faster and I'd have probably just scraped through. But yeah, gear is going to become a big issue because your power exponentially increases when you're in Torghast. The higher gear you go in with, you're just multiplying that gear's power by the time you get to the end. It is a very gear dependent system. The difference between going in there at 145 and 155, by the time you actually get to that floor 6 on layer 3, those extra 10 item levels of base stats are going to be multiplied by all of the anima powers you get. So every single little bit of item level is going to really matter when it comes to Torghast. I kept getting stomped in T2. Yeah, I genuinely think that they've tuned the dial on it to be super, super powerful. Hang on, that's getting really expensive. Why is this like 50? What am I getting out of this? 50 animas, like, not a joke right now. Right, whatever. John, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Frost Mage really struggles. Yeah, because I guess if you can't, like, Frost Mage is designed for, like, kiting. If you can't kite the boss is just pounding on you, then you've probably got problems. First week I managed 2 wings on my MM Hunter in the 140 to 160 range. I've mained MM Hunter for a few years though. Yeah, it's interesting to see how many people are saying that actually Torghast is slapping them about. It was crazy easy on the beta. But it was probably crazy easy on the beta because everybody on the beta was running around in item level 190 gear. And like I said, it very much feels like every single bit of item level matters in Torghast because of the way the scaling goes. Because a lot of the anima powers that you get in Torghast, it's basically multiplicative. You're getting like 30% more damage. So if you're only doing 10 damage, 30% more damage is only 3 damage. But if you're doing 20 damage to begin with, 30% is like an even bigger boost. So going in with more gear, more stats to begin with, when you get those 30% damage bonuses, those 3% crits, it's all multiplicative bonuses, which means you scale ridiculously high in terms of power, but every base stat really matters. I mean, one thing to remember as well, though, is that Torghast is very random, and it's deliberately meant to be very random. You may just, if you run it once and get absolutely spanked, there's a good chance that you run it again and you just get, you just strike lucky and just get a really easy level. If you get slapped about once, don't give up, just do it again, and you might just end up that it's you just walk through it the next time. But got an anima power of can't take any damage for 1 minute 30 just before the final boss yesterday. I guess if you have 90 seconds of immunity, then that probably does help, yeah. Got spanked on a level 2 yesterday, died 3 times at the entry, got out, returned, and then no problem from there. Yeah. Yeah, if you die once, just like reset, start again. Right, is that both our companions doing something now? It is. I mean, I could really do with some gear on this dude, to be fair. Running around in less than item level 150 is going to be painful, but sure. Hang on, what is this? I've done this. Shut up, Zygo, you don't know what you're doing. Right, so we need to get anima. We need to go to the Moor as well. In fact, actually increasing our renown is probably the best thing we can do. What do we unlock at the next 2 renowns? Oh, because we're renowned 4 right now, are we? No, we're only renowned 3. Hot damn. Did I miss something last week? I better not have missed something. I thought we should be able to get to renowned 6 by now. You get a new adventure at 4. You get the next chapter of the campaign at 5. Was only 3 last week. 3 was capped last week. This week it's 6. You'll hit 6 this week. Oh, because when I get to 5, the campaign will also give me 1 renown, so I'll hit 6 this week. Okay, right. Well, let's get to 6 then. That's key. There's a quest at 5. Yeah, I was thinking something was up with that. Chapter gives 1 renown. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Do we want to go to the moor to start with, or do we just want to get some anima? What do we want to do? What's available to us here? What are our callings? Defend Bastion, defeat powerful foes in Maldraxxus, complete 3 world quests in Maldraxxus with your trainee. I haven't actually got my trainee yet, which means I need to actually work on this thing. What did we sell though? Important stuff. Missives. More missives. I feel we've been undercut. Trainees, just a random NPC following you. Just do the world quest. Oh, really? Sure. Nice one. Who be this? Rory, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Trainee just arrives and helps once you enter the area. Ah, nice. Nice. So, which calling is most... Which one's going to expire first? 20 hours. We got to defend Bastion, though. That's the one we absolutely have to do. We absolutely have to defend Bastion. So if that's the case, let's just go defend Bastion. Sure. Let's go defend Bastion. Where are the world quests in Bastion? There's 2 here. Which ones are we going to want to do? Well, that gives us a piece of gear, so we'll go with that one. This one also gives us a conduit, so we'd probably like to, anything that gives us conduits or gear. Another piece of gear, so we'll fly into Hero's Rest and do the ones around there. For Bastion, boom. What did we sell? What did we sell? We sold... Oh! Cheeky supply of enchanted Alethian bars. I'll take it. Grats on 60. Thanks. We've got 2 characters at 60 now. How are things selling for you? Been making a killing since yesterday. Rank 2s and missives selling for so much. Yeah, missives, as you can tell, are doing pretty well for me right now. Why I'm having a Zerg on versatility ones specifically, I have no idea. But not shopping scan. I wanted to do a quick cancel scan whilst we finish flying. Oh, my competition has woke up. My competition is now in the auction house again. Not that button. Are we in Bastion yet? We're getting there. Your server has everything so cheap compared to mine. You've got expensive prices. That's a luxury nowadays. Can I only change the crafting cost calculation globally with TSM, or is there a way to change it per group? I believe it's only globally. but you can always just adjust your crafting operations to take that into consideration. You can use percentages of crafting cost. So if globally the crafting cost on something is 100, if you have an item in a group, you can set it to craft when it's with like 50% crafting cost, for example. You can just the crafting cost is a price source that can be tweaked and changed using other operations. Right, so is this helm going to be an upgrade? An 8 item level upgrade. Oh, we can get the same helm twice. That's sure. We want to do the one that gives us the conduit. We want to do the other one that gives us the conduit, because we might as well get all the conduits. And then we want to do one of these that is going to give us Steward's Golden Chest. Why are these all highlighted all of a sudden? What's going on? Whatever. That one, and probably that one. Go. Tell me what I'm doing. Zygor power. Go. Those are part of the defending Bastion. Those are quests you can do in Bastion to fill the bar. Nice. All the better. Enchanted Lightless 275. Enchanted Elysium 1.3k. Enchanted Hide 7.5k. They sound very much like reset prices. There's no way they are normal prices. But even still, they are pretty spicy pricing. Right, let's get our. Let's grab you. Head over to the cave. Made about 2 mil yesterday. Or 2 mil today. Good effort. Good effort. So kill a bunch of stuff and tell this dude to go find some gems. And then we're golden. Yo, look at the corpses. Are these things skinnable? Hide is 12k on your server? That's bonkers. Any Covenant calling with a bar you can finish by just doing one dungeon? Can you really? I need to do some of the dungeons, you know. I've spent so much of my life in the auction house. I've genuinely been very much slacking on actually playing the game, which makes me sad. But I've got 2 60s to play on now, which is probably considerably more level 60s than your average dedicated goal maker. Right, I just need training gems now. Some dude is buying Penumbra thread at 4 gold from a vendor and selling it for 485 at the auction house. Imagine the profit margins on this. His profit margins are probably very, very slim, because he's probably actually losing a lot of gold in deposit fees. I'd almost guarantee he's losing a lot of gold in deposit fees. That's always the risk with it. Like, if you're with vendor items, you've got to be really careful and pay attention to how much it actually costs you to list those things. For every one that you don't sell, you're actually losing a lot of gold. What did we sell? Another missive of versatility. No surprise. Speak to Pelodis. Let's roll. Not sure if I should wait on selling my rank 3 rings since they're selling at craft price. Kind of up to you. It depends how much you value the experience. Weirdly, you may find though that the crafting price by the time that they actually come into large demand might be very different to what the crafting price is for them now. Now that could go either way. That could be either up or down. That's why I usually will advise people, if you can sell something for a profit, sell it for a profit. Unless you're absolutely sure that you can sell it for more profit by waiting. But sometimes being patient with things can pay off. What? I've done all of the thing. Oh, I've got to do the formations, haven't I? Of course. Boom. World quest done. Where are we off to next game? I've got 6 Geists waiting to sell from the pre-patch event. I don't expect those to sell for a long time. Nobody's interested in those anymore. Stick them in a guild bank and worry about other things right now. They'll make you some gold in the future, but I mean, there's genuinely like 10,000 other things that could be doing right now. Oh no, it's the chores quest. Oh god. This thing made me look like a right fool yesterday. Right, pick you up. Pick you up. Can you do something here? No. What do you want? No. God damn. I can't even find all the... Ah, here's the scrolly dude. There was one over here, wasn't there? Has the Revendreth farm been nerfed? Which one are we talking about? Although the easy answer is I probably don't know for either of those, so. Oh no, the chores appear to have changed as well. Oh, hot Jesus. Well, I've got a bunch of my minions now. Where are the actual chores? What did you want? Surely one of these dudes can do something for you. You can't. I should probably just learn this quest, you know. You can't do anything. You're all useless. God damn. I can't get closer to him because every time I get closer to him, he runs away. Oh, gee. Oh, you what? I've got 4 dudes and none of them can help this fella out. You want something done. What do you want done? Oh, surely by process of elimination I should... Aha! 1. 1 of 5. You're all useless. Sounds like my mom. Hey, up broken glass. Somebody can sweep up some broken glass, right? You've got a broom. You must be able to sweep up some broken glass. Boom! Check me and my logic out. Right, what's next? You. You're going to be a helpful steward, are you? Come and do something helpful then. Just check the Smurf's name. If they're hungry, they need a guy with food, or thirsty, a guy with drinks. Ah, there is actually some genuine logic to this. I like. So, yeah, you're thirsty. So, if you're thirsty, you probably want a drink, right? So this dude. Boom, have a drink. Oh, look, 200 IQ. Right, what does this dude want? You just want, like, an empty tray for somebody to carry something, right? So maybe you. Oh, logic prevails. Sometimes I surprise myself. Last chore to do. Who wants help over here? Somebody wants help over here. Do you want help over here? You're hungry. Well, if you're hungry, I've got a plate of food for you, my friend. Boom! How about that for skill? Professional at work. Right, let's pick up all of these quests because, you know, we should at some point, you know, just complete everything. If it's a quest, complete it. Locked requires steward's golden key. Sure. You can have multiple stewards following you at the same time. Yeah, I just didn't find them all in the first place. That's the second time I've done that quest, and I'm slowly but surely learning. Joint effort, yeah. I trusted TSM and sold a rank 3 at 10k. Never trust TSM. Never trust TSM. And on that note, cancel scan. Running low on Titan steel bars, gotta buy up all of the titanium ore. Dude, you're about 10 years late. I mean, I get it, but you can make mad gold with Titan steel bars, though. That is true. All of those people making the Mechanico hogs. Offer the fruit, loot the chest nearby, then go back to the quest giver. He'll mark a special daily steward on the map. That special steward can give you some gear and other stuff. Oh, that's cool. We might do that in a minute then. We should. I think I'm just going to have to devote a day real soon to just like exploring all the stuff. Just prompted me to check for ranks at below price. Rank 4 gloves for 800 gold. Thank you. Damn. Damn. That'd be some profit right there. People are so focused on Shadowlands, I'm making a killing with old crafts. Probably. Yeah, that genuinely wouldn't surprise me at all. And another missive of versatility. I'm going to have to restock those in a minute. And another one. So what's this real monster's business? Collect devoured anima. Alright, that's just a kill things quest. We like kill things quests. Because I can do kill things quests without looking like a complete moron. Unless I die, of course. Somebody should go see if there's 1700 essences up for 8 silver. Oops. Wow, that was 30 right there. This world quest is dead easy. One of you. One of you. Couple of you. Can you stop pounding on me, please? Killed my pet. Son of a... Do Lego essences drop from the last boss in Torghast? I think some of them do. Some of them I seem to remember, like, specifically saying, like, layer 3 and above. So I think if you are able to power through Torghast right now and complete level 3s, you've got the chance to get the powers, yeah. That's it, right? Okay. Form a rift. Click the rift. Kill this dude. Yo! Layer 3 drops one. I've noticed that when you get the quests to go rescue souls in Torghast, it's much better quality of life to go in and do a layer 1 just for the souls. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know why I'm collecting these, but I sense they might do something. Heal yourself for 30% damage done by a shitload. Yeah, okay, that's why I was collecting those. The Dungeon Matster, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. And more missives. There's a pattern here, isn't there? I need those sails to be more than just missives. Boom, there we go. 75% of Bastion defended. Now we need to just like find a rare or something. I'm not doing bloody polished pet charm rubbish. What was that golden chest thing that people were telling me to do? How do we do these quests? How do we do these chest businesses? So the golden chests. Got to get some fruit or something, right? Did we find the fruit already? Read my comment above. Oh god damn, dude, I can't like find all of I can't scroll through entire chat. Hang on. Hang on. You need to pick it up and take it to a small steward shrine next to the one of the stairs in Hero's Rest. Offer the fruit, loot the chest nearby. So I need to find this fruit first, right? Find the fruit. That's the first thing. Then go to one of the fruit trays. I think I picked up a fruit, didn't I? I swear I picked up a fruit. Maybe I didn't. I don't know what it's called. It's an orangey yellow fruit. Let's head back to Hero's Rest, because that's obviously where the fruit is and where I need to do the stuff. Lion Tamer's Harness just showed up. It's down somewhere? How do we get down somewhere? How do we get down in here? In here, I reckon. No, this seems to be some secret hiding spot that's not going to be useful. I want my Lion Tamer's Harness. Oh, I literally just click it and then Zygore's like, I got you, fam. Click Lion Tamer's Harness. Oh, well, I could have told you that much. How do I get there? Where's the entrance to this puppy dog? Oh, the one where the ether worms are around. Big dwarven door type thing. Okay. That was over this way. Some people are saying in the water. I don't believe them. Have I just gone in a big ass circle? I think I have just gone in a big ass circle. Go right. I'm going right. No, go back. Okay, we're going back. We're going back. This one? It's not this one, surely. Didn't I just go in here? You can see a little cave. Oh, this one here. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. It's like trying to... There we go. In here somewhere. It's like a blind person leading a deaf person. Yeah, like the blind leading the deaf. I mean, this must be skinning heaven, right? Are these things skinnable? Is this the harness thing? Here it is. Boom! What even is it? Repair an item to full durability. Oh, that's boring. Rank 4 plate boots sold, 170k. Nice one. Are these things skinnable? Because if these things are skinnable, somebody should be down here right now. Somebody should be down here making absolute bank off these things if they're skinnable. No, they nerfed it. Ah, okay. That makes sense. They are, it's a decent farm. People seem to think it's been nerfed. They were when it was on YouTube, got nerfed. Kinda how it goes. Kinda how it goes. Put it on YouTube, it will get nerfed. It's kind of the rule. Oh my god, I genuinely need 5%. Let's go back to... let's go back to Hero's Rest then. How do we get back to Hero's Rest from here? Steward's golden chest showed up on the thing. But I need the key, right, to get the golden chest? So where's the portal thing to Hero's Rest? I should know all of this because I did all of this on the beta, but I genuinely can't remember half of it. Up this way. They're skinnable only till 59. Is that really a thing? I'm not sure I believe that. Teleport pad's over here somewhere, isn't it? How profitable are inscription and jewel crafting looking these days? These days, probably profitable if you know what you're doing. That's the caveat. To step into jewel crafting and inscription right now, it's going to be, you're going to have a hard time. Right, so what we're saying, we need to find a basket of fruit, right? And then we can do something to talk to the steward or something. There was a basket of fruit over here earlier, and I definitely clicked on it, but now it's not a basket of fruit anymore. Although there's ripe Purians on the map here. So we pick up a ripe Purian. There's our fruit. What do we do with the fruit? We turn it into this dude, and he gives us a key, right? Is that what he's going to do? He's going to give us a key, surely. No. Place the ripe fruit on the tribute tray. Zygo relax. We've done that one now. So where's this tribute tray? Brain, work. Tribute tray. Here we go. Tribute tray. There you go. Have a fruit. Oh. Can I now just open this? Oh, sweet. Boom. Stuff. We like stuff. Bunch of anima. Couple of Larion treats. Bit more anima. Sweet. Nice one. Not only did that do all the things, but it also filmed our calling for Bastion, which is nice. Complete. How do I get this golden key, though? How do I get the golden key? How do I unlock this bad boy? This puppy looks as if it's got something good in it. Am I going to find... Am I going to have to go to this hidden board or these silver strong boxes? How do I get the key to open this? I want a golden key. Check your map. There should be a red flag somewhere. Oh, down here. Will we get a golden key if we go down there? Will we? All right. Let's go there then. No, hang on. Let's do this. There's a special daily steward, okay. What's the point of getting to rank 4 and tailoring capes only to then sell them for 10k? No clue. No clue. People do crazy things. Why does Zygot want to do stupid things? Whatever. Locations random every day. I've done it once. Had an Ardenwell trainee with me and the steward was scared of it. So I had to dismiss the trainee and then talk to the steward and loot something from him. Pretty thematic stuff. It's quite cool. I love the fact that there's apparently a lot of cheeky little secrets and stuff in Shadowlands. Watching one of Preach's last videos, like he got taken on a world tour of just like different mounts and all that sort of stuff. It's really cool to see just how much stuff they did put in the game for you to just go out and do. I mean, it's weird. We're like 10 days into the expansion, and this is basically the first time I've spent more than half an hour out in the actual zone. It's refreshing to get out of the auction house, at least at some point. Left my mailbox this morning, and I'm at 3.8 million gold. Honestly, it's much lower than I've expected because most every Lego is selling under crafting cost. Yeah, it's a weird one right now. It's definitely a weird one. But 3.8 mil, not bad. It's not bad. If I jump down there, I die. That's quite safe to say. Easiest way down here, this way. Right. So, we're at the red marker. There should be a dude around here then. Are we saying, here's a dude, look. What do you want? Apparently nothing. That's not very helpful. Is this just the general area though? I need to actually find the area. How do I get there? Let's drop down onto there, grab whatever that is. That looks like some treasury thing. Derp. Let's try that again. What do you want? Boom! Quest, you'll never walk alone. Hang on. Kill things. Please wait. Turn these notes into some dude at Hero's Rest. Alright, sure. I love all these little things. We need to go on a treasure hunt. That's what we really need to do. Right, I went to the flag, and I didn't find. I found this steward dude. He doesn't seem to want to do anything. The stewards are usually doing some emote or something they want, like more fruit. Check what he's doing. Wah help. What's wah help about? Help scary. Is my pet scary? Clear the mobs around the area. He seems pretty chilling now. You too strong, please protect. Alright, let's just kill everything around here then. And those guys, I reckon. These little mini games are quite cool. I'm enjoying this. Clear the mobs, dismiss pet, talk to him again. I'll go with that theory then. Let's give that a go. Right, he seems to be pretty chilling now. Can help many ways, you ask. What's your problem now, dude? Dismiss pet again? Thank you much. What's his name? Platanos. What do you want, little fella? How am I going to get you to give me a key? Comments. When approached with ripe fruit, he cowered in fear and I couldn't interact with him. Found out that you can talk to him while you get some distance behind him. Stand behind the little wall he's in front of and you can talk to him with your companion trainee out. Did I just close that? What a moron. Hang on. Hang on. You like sweet juice? I get. Do I need a fruit then maybe as well? Do I need to do all of this and get a fruit? Yes, yes, good. What's good? Just give me the thing, dude. This is weird. Hang on. Hang on. May I ask you to visit Platanos and offer a ripe Purian. If you do, then Platanos rewards you with a steward's golden key used. Ah, so I do need one of these fruits. I need another one of those fruits. And then he's scared of all of these guys. Alright, well I need to find another fruit then. Well, that's kind of annoying. Well, okay, we need to find another fruit. Now, last time I was able to go to Hero's Rest and just pick up a fruit. Do we think the same will be the case now? Oh, god damn, I wish I had a flight whistle. Genuinely wish I had a flight whistle about now. Check the surrounding area. The fruits can sometimes be in the surrounding area. At least I know what the baskets of fruit look like. Make flight whistle an engineering item at the start of an expansion. It's probably not a bad shout, you know, that would do. That would definitely be a hot seller. I'd pay some big gold right now for a flight whistle, I'll tell you that much. If nothing else, there's a world quest here. I'd pay good money for a flight whistle right now. I don't think I'm going to find a plate of fruit around here. I think I need to head back to Bastion, what's it called? Hero's Rest. As I know for a fact I found fruit around there. It would probably be quicker than trying to just try my luck finding it here. The nearest flight point is up here though. We'll take a flight point there instead. A lot of my auction in cancel scans are saying that the auction is below minimum price and won't cancel them. But I'm worried my minimum price is already too low. What's the lowest I should go? It all depends on your craft cost, my friend. All depends on your crafting cost. Hang on, that's a bowl of fruit. There's a fruit, look. We got one. There's another ripe Purian. So now if I take that fruit to him, he should chill out, right? Where was he? He was about here. Is there actually anything good in these chests? Am I doing all of this just to get like a 20 gold vendor item? I mean, I probably am. There's an achievement, I think, for getting all of the stewards. Oh, well, if there's at least an achievement for doing it a bunch of times, then I'm happy with that one. That's fine. Now, the question is, can I remember where the dude was? I think he was down this way. As now I've visited him once, he's no longer on my map. Was he down here? Or was he up here? He was up here, wasn't he? He was on this bit. Was he? Oh, Jesus, now I can't remember. No, he wasn't on this bit. He must have been on a lower level. No, he was on this one over here. Hope a derp. Yeah, here he is, look. Here he is. Are you chilling now, dude? No, you strong, please protect. Okay, let's get rid of any enemies in the vicinity. Aha, it's your special day, I have a gift for you. Okay then, give me the thing. Steward's golden key, there we go. Golden key time. Now I need to not die. Yeah, now I really need to not die. Not dying would be preferable about now. Pets dying, this is not good. Let's use our ability actually. Congrats, finally. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. You gotta learn once. Once you learn once, you're all good. Now we know what we're doing. It's fine. Excellent. So now we can go and open one of those chests, right? Does it matter which one we open? I guess if we open, we probably need to do this like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times over 5 days, and then I guess you get an achievement or something for opening all of them. Well, Silver Strongbox. Let's go open that one today then. This is going to be like, I don't know how we get there, but we'll work it out. Yeah, genuinely don't know how we get there. How do we get over there? Some cheeky disengages, I think, is going to be the way to get there. Let's get over this way to start with. We can probably disengage over there. And then we're going to have to wait for disengage to come off cooldown again. But I reckon if we get over there, we should be good. Tried to get the 180 weapon from Moldraxxus the other day. But it was a shoot since the final buff you need to get. The spawn is not shared and the respawn is slow. Ouch. Right. Let's risk it for a biscuit. Right, we're halfway over. Ah, look, there's a chest, look. Requires steward's silver key. No, not the silver key. I've got the golden key now. I've just gone out of my way to get the golden key. You kidding me? Steward's golden chest. Hidden board. Broken bell. Silver strongbox. Silver strongbox. Oh, I need a silver key to open a silver strongbox. Of course. Of course. Right, that means then I am going to have to go and open the golden chest that's... Right, okay, sure. So, well, we know this is here for future reference. We haven't got any more ripe Purians. If we find some more ripe Purians, then I guess you can theoretically run around and do all of this in one day then, right? Where does this take me? This just transports me here. Okay, sure. Okay then. Well, we got the golden key, so... Hang on, hang on, hang on. Cheeky fruit here, boys and girls. Now we've got the fruit. Now we can go. Now we can go back. Put the fruit on the thing. The dude will give me the silver key. Right. Okay. Hickam, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying us mess around with some of these little mini games. Take things a bit less seriously today. Oh my god. Whew. Almost missed. I can probably just jump straight across this one. Alright, let's just wait for disengage to come off cooldown in case. Yeah, these little mini games are fun. I'm digging this. Right, so have your fruit, dude. There's a fruit. Yum yum, that's my favourite. Are you gonna give me a key or something now? Yeah, receive the silver key. Bingo. More stuff. More totally useless stuff. But it's all anima. It's all worth it. Probably. Maybe. Possibly. Probably not. Yeah, I think I jumped it before, but you know, I don't want to get caught short and end up dying. I mean, disengage is literally a 15-second cooldown. It's no biggie. Right, well, we've got the golden key now, so we can head back to Hero's Rest and open the golden box. That golden box better contain something big. Shadowgas Market sucks on my high pop. Any tips or hopes? It's a difficult one right now. Where does this lead to? Oh, don't know. Yeah, it's genuinely a difficult one right now. If you're coming into a situation where people are just willing to sell things under cost, you've really only got two options. Your options are either buy them out because they're not going to do things under cost forever. There's another ripe fruit there, you know. Am I going to get stuck doing this goddamn mini game all day if I keep collecting fruits? I probably am. Yeah, you've either got the option of buy them out because nobody in their right mind is going to post things under cost forever, but that's an expensive option, or wait, quite simply. Just be patient selling your items that realistically you may just have to hold on to them for a little while until they are profitable again to sell. Need it to upgrade your sanctums and do the mission table? Yeah, all in any animal I can get my hands on is definitely going to be a bonus. Especially since if you want to do the main sanctum rewards, the main sanctum minigame even, is usually requiring a hell of a lot of, a great deal of anima to do it. Why is there apparently a fruit around here, but there actually isn't a fruit around here? It's probably in a cave somewhere, isn't it? Okay, forget that one. Hundreds of rank 1s I took off Illidan trying to reset the market and failing are worth about 20 to 40% more on Bleeding Hollow now. And a little less hostile economy that still moves good. Rank 1s are going to lose value over time. That is entirely dependent on materials. In theory, short-term theory, yes, but long-term theory, no, because the two legendaries that are always going to hold some value are rank 1s and rank 4s. Rank 1s because it's going to give people the cheapest option of getting that legendary power that they want, and rank 4s if they want the best way of getting that legendary. So, but obviously prices fluctuate. So what did we get off that? Musings of Repetitions. Wow, we literally got 10 anima for doing all of that. Are you kidding me? We got 10 anima and a grey item worth 1 gold. Well, that was the biggest waste of time. That was a monumental, huge waste of time, but sure. I guess if I do all of the chests as an achievement, right? Is that what we're saying, though? I feel like crafters won't bother with rank 1s as much over time once they claw their way up to rank 3 or 4. But yeah, there's a huge spike in both demand and also availability of rank 1s. You can't deny the fun you got whilst doing all of that. Well, that is very true. That was quite amusing. In my guild we don't funnel gear into one, but we trade the mats and crafts back and forth. Gotta hate those leaders do it for the power. They realise quickly it's not so great. Okay. I'm starting to sell the green and blue rings again, since the rush has died down and people are focused on other things. Hey, anything you can sell for a profit is always a wise thing to do. Right, well, we've banged that out. What we were actually over in Bastion for in the first place, we were in Bastion to complete one of our callings. That was our main focus. We don't necessarily have to finish these ones right now, because we can do one a day in theory if we want to. But that was the one we absolutely definitely needed to do. Defeat a powerful foe in Moldraxxus. Well, we just need to kill a rare. That will probably happen accidentally. And also 3 world quests. Nice. So, let's head back over to Moldraxxus. Before we inevitably head over to the moor. Let's hand that one in first, and then we'll see what's going on. While we're flying, we can quickly check the auction house because we've accidentally logged out. I have so much of the gems, I'm just DEing them. The rings selling aren't worth my bag slot. Yeah, I'm in the same position right now personally, that I've taken my eye off the ball selling the majority of the jewel crafting gear, simply for the fact that it's just not worth my time to even craft it right now. But we're selling some reagents all the same. No Legos so far though today. Oh no, that's a lie. I sold a rank 2 ring earlier. But a lot of mine is not even being listed because, you know, I'm not about playing that sell at a loss game right now. Not with material prices being a bit crazy. I am still the only person that has Bone Shatter boots though. Bone Shatter treads. I'm genuinely the only person that's got them. Mad. And the Umberhide vest. I'm the only person that's got it crafted right now. Wow. You could probably be a guild gold making expert and then get a carry as payback. Probably. Guild CFO. But I'm not bothered about gear, so it doesn't matter to me. Jewel clusters are the only ones worth selling. For me even, only the yellow cluster was even the one that was worth selling. It wasn't even all of the clusters. I'm starting a secret goblin guild on Illidan if you ever get an NA account. I'll give you a heads up right now. Gold making guilds do not work. But good luck on that one. I won't be joining. Sorry. Realistically speaking, you only need gear if you want to do endgame content. I always didn't understand people buying gear for boosts. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if you're not actively trying to kill mythic bosses, then why do you need mythic gear? Like, I don't know. But I've never been very gear focused, ever. I mean, I'll take it if it comes my way, but I'm not really bothered. Probably the reason I ended up very deep into the whole gold making and economy side of things, because that was the angle that did interest me. Make those world quests easy, I guess. True. But, I mean, world quests are pretty mindless content, even without gear. Right, where's the dude? There we go, calling to Bastion. TSM said I sold a blacksmith boots for 95k, but it doesn't show in my auction house panel. You didn't sell a boots for 95k, but you probably sold boots of another rank for another price. Because when it comes up in your chat panel, it's very often it's usually the right item, but it's the wrong price. If you've got the same item listed at different prices, is it a common bug? It's not a bug. It's just unfortunately it's just how the system works. The data that TSM gets when something sells literally just says what item it was. It doesn't even tell you what variation of item it was. So TSM then just guesses what the price was based on what it's probably the one you posted last or something like that. There's probably some logic behind it, but hope for Torghast being hard on higher layers made bank on vision boosts in 8.3. It's a possibility for sure. Tarot mailbox opening when I was 14 was the best. Yep. A reversal of fortune. Successfully interrupting an enemy with counter shot grants you 6 focus. I mean, I'll take it, but it's boring. And we also got... We've got a big grey items. Big grey items. 800 gold. 500 gold. 700 gold. Tell you what. Banging out these callings on multiple characters by themselves could make you a decent living right now. I do genuinely wonder what Blizzard's thought process is with the amount of gold they're pumping into the game right now. I mean, a bunch of us made a bit of a stink about the whole Relic of the Past thing before that by saying that the Relic of the Past was basically just dumping millions of gold into the economy. The worst thing is right now is that it's literally even worse than that with, I mean, we've got Shrouded Cloth at 8 gold. We've got Leather and Bones at about 7 gold each. We've got Lacestrite Ore at 12 gold. The price floors are really, really high on these materials. We need to do some world quests out here, so let's do... Hang on, let's do... Which ones do we want to do? I mean, I arguably want to do all of them, but I don't want to do the pet one. Are you doing blacksmithing? I've got my blacksmith leveled. I'm max on blacksmithing. It's also a level 60 character, so I'm in good standing to power through with blacksmithing. The difficulty for me right now is I don't have a lot of liquid gold to invest into it at the beginning. So I have it, it's there, it's kind of ready. I do need to craft a bunch of stuff with it though and be a little bit more active with it. But it's one of those I genuinely just can't afford to do everything. But blacksmithing I'm also quite aware of on my realm. There's a lot of other people doing blacksmithing right now, which is basically means it's going to be quite an investment for me to get it to a point where it's profitable, and I need to make a little bit more gold with jewel crafting and leatherworking and before I do that, really. Ronald, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Somebody on my server just dropped the price from 240 gold on rank 4 rings to 150 gold, 150,000 gold. Did you sell any at 240,000 gold? Because if you weren't selling any at 240,000 gold, it may not have been a bad idea if you then start selling them at 150,000 gold. I'm not entirely an advocate most of the time of undercuts, but there are some times where they do work. I thought I was going crazy yesterday whilst watching your stream because I was PvPing in the background. I was getting the sound like somebody taking a base after finishing the battleground. I kept hearing it, but apparently it's my add-on. Oh yeah, sorry. That's possibly the case. Yeah, it's the rare scanner add-on that makes that noise. Oh, hang on, I need to deliver the ooze somewhere. No, hang on. How many oozes have I got? I've only got 1 out of 3. Can you only pick up 1 at a time? Can I not pick up all 3? Do I need to pick up 1, then deliver it, then 1, then deliver it? I think I do, don't I? Your speed is limited. Return viscous oil to a mixing pool. I'm thinking about starting jewel crafting. I bought 20 at 3k four days ago. Now sold them at 12k. Seems like there were no jewel crafters on your server. There's a weird thing with jewel crafting right now that yes, if you bought them really cheap the other day and are selling them for 12k now, that's cool, but 12k now is probably actually under crafting cost right now. So it's kind of a bit of a weird one. I mean, I would probably be selling rank 1 rings all day long right now if I was selling them at 12k. I'm choosing not to though, because I'm very aware that it's not sustainable for jewel crafters to be doing that. What happens when this bar fills? Does something spawn? I'm feeling like something spawns when this bar fills. A colossal goo. Oh, colossal goo you. Oh god, Zygore's stuck in a loop. 23, 24, 25. What happens when this hits 30? Equal red and blue goo for a mount rare. Oh, well that's never going to happen, is it? Let's be honest. What happens when it reaches 30 otherwise? A pulsating leech. Sure. So it's a guild effort to get the mount on this then, because you ain't never gonna get them equal in a pug. Not happening, especially if it's a world quest. So you have to get like 15 blue, 15 colossal goo you. TOS, probably not TOS. Whoa, hang on, what's the damage about here? What's going on? Let's send Pet in. Pet, you go loot for me. Yoink. Increases leech by 5%, only works in Shadowlands. Cool. Oh, here's my trainee, look. I didn't even notice my trainee before. Light of the Theatre of Pain, this one. Let's go. Alright, bathroom break, back in 2 minutes. Neil, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Is he braving Doritos? No, I'm not braving Doritos. Christmas candies. I heard a rustle. Yeah, not Doritos. We've learnt our lesson with the Doritos. I'll stick to less dusty foods from now on. What are we doing over here then? Battles won long ago. Kill stuff, right? Kill stuff. I like kill stuff quests. Although maybe I shouldn't have pulled quite so many. Boom. Get wrecked. And that was 6. Maybe I'll pull a little bit lighter this time. What happened? Well, I nearly choked and died on a Dorito a few days ago on stream, and people found it very funny. Because, you know. Needless to say, I'm not super keen to eat Doritos on stream again. Not entirely true. You did it 2 days in a row. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Doing it once is stupid enough. Doing it twice is really stupid. Yes. If it happens again, it's cursed. Yeah, probably. Yeah, hence why the lack of Doritos. It's not happening. I really need to be careful not to die here. I'm Where's that thing that was meant to give me free leech? I don't know. Where did it go? I don't want to press the sort button because it'll mess everything else up. But I got an item a minute ago that was meant to give me like 5% extra leech. Oh, I already have it on. Fine. Right, one more. You look like a prime target. Anyone know what I get with Grateful Offerings? It's a currency in Shadowlands. Not sure. Plant the banner on the Iron Trench. Plant the banner. Oh, this thing. Boom. Kill you. Essences are dead. Can't sell a single one even after massive undercuts. Well, there's a possibility then that the jewel crafters on your realm just don't need them. Or you're still selling them for more than they can get them by prospecting. Because I'll buy essences, but only if they're at the right price. Hang on, what's going on here? Can I just get out of here? Let's just get out of here. That's the safer bet. Run away. What do you think would be overall the most beneficial profession? I mean, they've all got their use. There's no way you could possibly ever decide what is the most beneficial profession. That's the kind of thing you post on Reddit to spark a discussion and farm up some free karma. Kill enemies that attack in waves. Alright, cool. How do you work out if it's worth to prospect the Shadowlands ores? You learn what the prospecting rates are. You can check my spreadsheet if you want a good starting point. There's not a huge amount of prospecting data for the zone specific ores though, because quite simply I just haven't prospected that many of them. But yeah, you need to know. You just need to know what the prospecting rates are, and eventually it'll become. Eventually you'll have a number in your head that if ore goes below this price, then it's better for me to prospect than it is to just buy the essences, or vice versa. Nasho. The 50% alchemy buff still exists. If you're referring to mixology, then yes, it's baked into the profession now. If you're an alchemist, you get extended duration on flasks and potions, I think it is. Best ore to get rebirth and torment essences from? You farming rings by chance? You can Phaedrum ore will give you essence of rebirth. Sinvir ore will give you essence of torment. Elithium ore has the chance of giving you either of them. So does Leystrite ore. I expect a lot of people will start to get quite interested in how you acquire those ores, how you acquire those essences, I guess. Working the way to the last rank now. Yeah, that grind is real. I finished that grind a day or so ago. It was well worth doing though when I started selling. I sold a rank 4 ring yesterday for 400k. So if you do it, it's worthwhile. But if you're struggling for essences right now, be aware that it's going to be very expensive and the payoff might not work. Doesn't TSM calculate all prospecting value for you? I don't think that TSM has the prospecting values correct right now. Because quite simply, they just didn't know what they are. This is what you got to do it yourself. My mantra when it comes to add-ons, especially in goal making, is you should know how to do it without the add-ons. You should only ever use the add-ons to make your life simpler. If you're relying on an add-on to tell you the prospecting rates, you don't know if it's right or not. And it's entirely possible, this early in an expansion, that add-ons are wrong. Probably going to buy a lot of Leystrite ore. You're also probably going to find on a lot of servers the price of Leystrite ore has doubled in price, because a lot of people have come to the same conclusion. Leystrite ore went from 13 gold to 30 gold on my realm yesterday, simply because a lot of jewel crafters decided they needed more essences. If you can buy it for 5 gold a piece, then you're going to make a killing. This is where we've got to scared, soothe it with gentle pats. Soothe, gentle pats. Gentle pats. Hold on tight is number 2. What is number 3? Praise. Praise them. Good dragon, two-headed dragon thing. Good two-headed dragon. What do you do with Leystrite that's 5 gold a piece? Well, for starters, you could either give it to a blacksmith and turn it into 12 gold just by crafting some weapons with it. But alternatively, you could prospect it and get some pretty cheap ores out of that. Oh no, what? Hang on, stop. I really need to concentrate on this. Hang on. I'll answer questions in chat in a minute. Did I tame him? I think he's tamed, right? Yes. Excellent. Oh, there's also a quest here. I probably need to finish all the campaign quests out here because I didn't actually complete them all. Fly somewhere. Where's the flight point then? Hell no, we ain't doing pet battles. You can jog on with your pet battles. TSM still telling me my mythics have disenchant value of 280 gold when an eternal crystal goes for 6k. Yeah, another good reason to why you just don't trust add-ons right now. Grimveil, got a rank 4 Grimveiled hood for 800 gold. Different ranks are confusing people. Also, another reason to not trust like TSM, simply because, yeah, if you set up your groups wrong in TSM, then it's posting stuff. It's posting people's rank 2s, 3s and 4s, and it's undercutting the rank 1s because they've not set their groups up right. So be on the lookout for that. Because on most professions, a rank 4 has roughly a 4 times craft cost of rank 1. So if people are already selling their rank 1s under craft cost, if you can get a rank 4 for less than the cost of a rank 1, you've just made yourself a lot of gold very easily when you come to resell that. Web of information. Made 100k doing vendor shuffles yesterday, real easy. Right, so we've got to click necrotic sentries. The circle in the centre will show you how close you are to a hidden necro sentry. The closer you are to 100 out of 100 you are, the closer you are to the sentry. Right, sure, they look like skulls that are invisible on the ground in this area. Ah, so it's kind of like a bit of a radar thing going on here. Well, here's one for sure. Boom. Oh my god, I've only got 6 minutes left to do this one. Better get on it. Getting close, getting close, getting close, getting close. There's one here. Boom. That's 2 for 2 out of 5. Whoa, that's a big spider. Hang on. Hang on a second. Let's we'll leave that Donny alone. I'm not one for spiders at the best of times, especially not big buggers like that. Hell nah. That dude needs to go away. There's a skull over this way though. Next one's this way. Is this the last one now? Bingo. Nice. Nice. Now that should be oh, we need to defeat a powerful foe in Moldraxxus. We just genuinely need to just kill a rare then, right? Well, if we run our way back rather than taking a flight, we are likely to come across a rare in doing such. Primary enchants that require a crystal are half the price of the material costs due to raid mythic plus. Would you say buy some now out in preparation? Complete the Chosen Champions World Quest or the Theatre of Pain dungeon or the Plaguefall dungeon in Maldraxxus. Oh, do a dungeon or complete a world. Ah, okay, not a rare. Okay, fair. Which ones were they? Plaguefall, Theatre of Pain. Plaguefall, Theatre of Pain. Okay, well if that's the case then we can just half back. Thanks boys and girls. In regards to buying out the enchants are going to spike in... Well, the problem is we don't know. The demand for the enchants is going to rise towards the end of this week. That we do know because people will start prepping for the raid. So the sale rate on the big expensive enchants is likely to go up slightly. What we are going to find though is in the next day or so, if it hasn't already happened, you will start to see a lot more crystals hit the market because people will be doing their Mythic Zero sweeps. And this week they will actually end up with more epics to possibly disenchant than they did last week. Because last week, of course, they were doing Mythic Zeros and probably just equipping all of the gear that they got. So there was very few crystals last week. This week, though, we're likely to see slightly more crystals. The demand for crystals is not as large because the people that wanted to level enchanting by now probably have. So there's a few factors in play. So I can't really advise you which is the right answer. You just got to make a guess, unfortunately. That calling's going to require you to do 2 Maldraxxus dungeons or the bottom left area of the map. Yeah, it's this area, isn't it? But the world quest isn't up for that right now, so I'm likely going to have to just do both the dungeons. I mean, it does literally say complete the Chosen Champions world quest, the Theatre of Pain dungeon, or the Plaguefall dungeon. I don't think I'm going to have to do both the dungeons. Although I could probably just run over there, do that, because I'd want the rep anyway. And I'd also probably be able to find a group for it. Or at the very least I could put a group together to do it. I mean, why don't we just head over... I'll just head over there anyway. Because if I'm going to wait for a dungeon queue to pop, I could at least, you know, maybe start doing that because, hey, who knows? Maybe we'll just do all of it because, you know, why not? That makes more sense to me. What I do know though is going this way is the wrong way. We want to be going down here. Just doing one of them will finish it. That's what I thought. Any goal making tips for using alchemy? Really focus heavily on getting your materials cheap. That is going to be the key for alchemists. The less that you can spend per material, the better off you will do with alchemy. Competition is going to be really strong for alchemy because there's no ranks. So more so almost than with any other profession, especially since you're selling items where traditionally you only make a gold or 2 profit per item that you sell. The margins are really tight on alchemy to begin with. You want to really focus on getting those materials cheap. Now, the next thing that people will logically think of is, well, if that's the case then, why don't I just farm my own materials? Now, farming your own materials makes no difference to the amount of gold that you make because you get then, when you farm the materials, you get 2 options. One option is just to sell those materials at the price that everybody else is paying for them, or you craft with them. Farming your own materials does not make the materials cheaper. It just means that you haven't had to invest gold, you've had to invest time instead. It's a subtle difference, but it's a big difference that most people don't think about. So yeah, alchemy, you want to get those herbs as cheap as possible. Like whether you have to go around like hollering in trade, whatever you need to do to hustle to get those as cheap as possible, you need to be on it. TSM did some reverse bamboozling. Normally tells you that you've sold something expensive and it ends up being a rank 1. This time it said it was a rank 2 and it turned out to be a rank 4. Nice. I seem to remember for every elite that you kill, it's literally like 1% on this bar or something silly. 4%. There we go. This could take some time. This could take some time. Which way are you going, Demon Hunter? Because I'm just coming with you. I'm not going to group up with you because I'm also queued for the Dungeon Finder. So if my dungeon pops, I'm going to peace out of here. But for so long as I am here, I'll help you out. I don't know why I'm talking to this random Demon Hunter. He can't hear me. But, you know. Guys having success with rank 4s. It's a weird situation. I think that yesterday and today are going to be the days where you'll... I mean, the amount of sales that you'll see of rank 2s, 3s and 4s are going to drop off. Simply because my honest opinion is the only reason anybody is selling a rank 2, 3 or 4 right now is because people don't understand that they can't use them. Oh, Plaguefall, see you later. See you later, dude. Love you and leave you. In a bit, bye. Yeah, the harsh reality of it is that I genuinely think that we're only selling them because people don't know that they can't use them. Because they've got no reason to think that you can't lose them. That's the other thing as well. That there's no reason to suggest that you should be able... You could buy an item on the auction house that you can't use. Why would that be a thing? But it is, so... How does upgrading a legendary work? If you have a rank 1 legendary, if you craft a rank 1 legendary this week, what is your scenario going to be for next week then? Well, your scenario is going to be next week, if you want to upgrade to rank 2, you're going to need to obviously do Torghast a little bit more, get yourself some more soul ash. You need 2,000 soul ash in total to make a rank 2. But if you've made a rank 1 this week, you've already spent 1,250. So you actually only need 750 more soul ash to do the upgrade. What you do need though is you need an additional base legendary item. You're going to need a rank 2 legendary item if you want to upgrade to rank 2 next week. So if you make a rank 1 this week, you're going to need to buy a rank 2 as well next week. Bear that in mind when you decide on crafting your legendary. Missives though, you only ever need to buy them once. Once you've bought the missives, you're good. Set focus. Yeah, once you've got the missives, you're good. Boy, my damage is bad in this in this right now. There's a lot of confusion with the legendary system. There's a hell of a lot of confusion. A hell of a lot of confusion. because the problem is it's not intuitive. It's completely new. It's not intuitive, nor have Blizzard really done a great job of telling people how it works. I mean, yeah, it's great. They give you a quest to go and like buy some missives or whatever, but you've got no idea that there are different ranks of legendaries. You like why would anybody like they get a quest, right? The quest tells them to go to the auction house and buy a base item. They get to the auction house, they look at the base items, and they see some base items at item level 190. They see some base items all the way as high as 235. Well, I've got a bunch of gold spare. I'm going to buy the 235 one because that's a really high item level. That's cool. And then all of a sudden they buy that big, expensive, shiny item, take it back to the rune carver dude, and then the rune carver turns around and goes, sorry, you can't use that for 3 weeks. It's a bit of a shit show, really. Unfortunately, though, like, it's what's going to happen. Because I still think the entire legendary crafting system is a single afternoon's worth of work for a developer, the way that it stands right now. There was very little consideration put into like materials, crafting time, opportunity costs, like time gating. The whole thing was a bit of a mess. But if Blizzard are going to insist on launching an expansion with like multiple different new systems in place, that's ultimately what's going to happen, isn't it? It's a shame, but it's true. Seems like I'm the only one on my server with leather gloves and mail shoulders, rank 3. People who bought them from me are trying to resell. We had the exact same thing happen yesterday, and I felt bad for the guy, and I even whispered him. But like, I saw somebody bought a rank 4 ring off me for 400k yesterday, and then roughly 20 minutes later he posted it straight back on the auction house, undercutting me for obviously 400k, which I'd posted an additional one at. So the guy had obviously made a mistake. He realised his mistake and tried to sell his back on the auction house. But the sad truth is that he's probably not going to sell it at that price. Oh, we're just running straight through these, are we? Okay. I mean, I'm kind of in two minds what to think about the whole system, because, like I said, I can't think of another time in Warcraft's history where we've been given items to craft and sell that people physically can't use. I genuinely can't think of anything even remotely close to that. It's really weird to me. And it's going to piss people off. Every single sale that we get right now of a rank 2, 3 or 4 item is probably because somebody doesn't understand the system yet. Where did Dr. Icarus come from? Should we not be pew-pewing him by now? Rank 4 cloth cloak for 30k. Is this thing not going to explode if we don't kill it, people? Am I going to be the only one that's going to kill it then? Sure. There we go. Leaps away to cast explosion. Oops. Definitely failed that, didn't I? Right, 10%, just nuke him. Boom! Dead. They shouldn't have item levels really, just be a base item that you can upgrade it later. Having to buy a new base item to upgrade it later makes no sense. Well, it makes sense when you think about the fact that you can just craft a rank 4 straight away. Like, you don't have to upgrade. If you don't want the expense of buying multiple base items, you can choose to not do that. You can choose to dive straight in at rank 4. But once again, the system is not very intuitive. Like from a UI point of view, it's just terrible. If you've got alchemy and jewel crafting right now, you're in a pretty good spot already, to be fair. You should be able to crank out a bit of gold with jewel crafting right now. The legendary rings are selling like hotcakes. Obviously work on getting them sold at a profit, for sure. But alchemy is going to be big in the, as we spoke about a minute ago. If you've got alchemy, focus on getting the materials nice and cheap, and you'll make a fair amount with it. Raid's coming out next week, so should be all gravy from there. I really need to do a repost. I need to spend some time in the auction house, but I equally want to get the maintenance done on the main character today. That was my main goal, at least. I've got to at least play the game sometimes. I can't literally live in the auction house. As much as it's fun to live in the auction house and make loads of gold, I'm aware that the best time for me to actually make gold and sit in the auction house is in the evening. During the day, I can get some of the routine stuff done because there's not much happening. What's the shadow ambush? Here, ambushes all players within 10 yet whatever. I didn't even get a chance to read that. This is normal mode. I mean, bosses fall over in normal mode. Haha! A ring. We actually got an item of loot. Not only did we get an item of loot, it's a nice cheeky upgrade and all. Apparently I'm still in combat, so I can't do anything with it. Can we get out of combat for a minute so I can put on my nice juicy new ring, please? Thank you. No, still in combat. What's going on here? Feign death and I'm still in combat. Okay. Thanks, game. Oh, okay. Demon Hunter's going that way. $340k for another rank 4. Juicy, juicy sales. Right, let's see if people can get this boss. I've only done this once. Let's see if I can remember how it works. Right, kill the ad. No reason never to not kill the ad. Always kill the ad. The ad wouldn't spawn if it doesn't need to die. There we go. Get out the way of the slappy things. Don't get slapped. Oh really? It only slaps in 2 directions on normal? Oh well, that's easy enough. Don't all of them slap in like Mythic. Right, stay this side. Looks like people know what's going on. Nice. Mats are selling everywhere right now. I think in the smaller in the lesser populated servers, like medium pop servers, low pop servers, there's always going to be a delay, and I think the delay is now kicking into play. I genuinely think today is going to be a better day for me for sales than yesterday was. Simply because it took most of yesterday for a lot of the cheap stuff to sell out, and now people are starting to buy materials and the price of materials are going up. But I didn't burn through all of my stock yesterday. I deliberately sat back and was like, right, you guys burn through all of the under cost sales, and I'll just hang fire, and I'll wait until all the prices go back up, and then I'll sell my stock, and I'm hoping that will pay off quite nicely. Oh my god. Good Lord of mercy. That's not happening. I mean, I don't really need to complete this quest anymore because I've technically done it for the calling, but you know, rep is rep, and I'm kind of here, and I've started it. So let's finish this. We'll finish these world quests. That's going to have got all the callings sorted. Oh, bless me. Hot damn! I wasn't expecting that. That came out of nowhere. Want to do some mythics? Not right now. I appreciate the offer, but not right now. I'm actually going to check some auctions and then probably call it for the morning stream. I've got some stuff I need to do. These guys aren't going to invite me to the group, so maybe I'll just peace out. I'll come back to this in a bit. By the way, made so much money flipping the essences. Thanks for the tip. Hey, you're welcome. I knew they were going to skyrocket in price. I just didn't know when or how far they were going to go. Being able to buy essences out for like 250, or at least the rebirth and torment essences, being able to buy those out for like 250 gold a piece all last week is gonna pay dividends when people start realizing that, oh my god, it's going to cost me 1,000 gold if I prospect for these. Yeah. Big tribute. Big tribute. Rejuvenating Wind. 600 gold as a grey item. 700, nearly 800 gold as a grey item. And another 500 gold grey item. Boom. Rebirths are going for 1k on my server. It's not a surprise. It's not a surprise. That's realistically what you're gonna have to spend if you're prospecting specifically to get them. Because if Leystrite ore, for example, is like 30 gold, which it's gone up in value to on most servers, then yeah, I think at 30 gold you're looking at about 1,000 gold per essence. And not to mention that if you're prospecting specifically to get 2 essences, yeah, here we go. Leystrite at 30 gold a piece. It's 1,000 gold per essence that you then get from the Leystrite. If you've only focused on the ring and you're only trying to get the essences from the ring, you can double that because 2 of the essences are useless to you. 2 of the essences you're then going to try and have to sell on the auction house. It basically makes it 2,000 gold per usable essence if you're trying to focus on either the ring or the neck. It's 1,000 gold each for every essence if you're prospecting at 30 gold. Now, the argument there is you should probably start focusing on prospecting the zone specific ore, because then you can target an essence. But most Dawn crafters weren't aware of any of this business last week, and so they were selling the essences super cheap all week. Knowledge is king in this game. Leystrite's going for 13 gold still. It may rise. It may rise. Only Rebirth is expensive on my server. Probably need to buy more, but already have thousands. In my opinion, it'll be the Rebirth that'll end up being the most expensive one. It comes from Phaedrum ore, which is Ardenweald's ore, which is kind of less farmed specifically, because the Torment essence is prospected from Sinvir ore, and Sinvir ore is usually quite cheap because people spend time in Revendreth to try and get Widowbloom, because Widowbloom is rare, but they end up with a lot of Sinvir ore. So there's a natural reason for Sinvir ore to be slightly cheaper. Meaning, ultimately, it's the essence of Rebirth that is likely to be the most expensive for people to get their hands on. And if they want to prospect specifically to get the Rebirth, they're going to have to prospect Phaedrum, which is also turning out to be one of the most valuable, simply because it's just farmed the least. This is why I wanted to go jewel crafting, because it's one of the only professions. I mean, obviously Inscription has its milling, but it's one of the only professions that is really kind of a little bit more complicated. That you've got to know what you're doing with it to really juice it. And when the professions are set up now so that basically anybody has access to any of them, it's you've got to find a way to get your advantage. There we go, 1.4k. We can start upgrading stuff. I want to get my Abomination Factory on the go though, but I need to go rescue some souls, and then I need 1.6k anima. So I need to genuinely just do some stuff. I want to get my Abomination Factory up and running. I'll get these once. I'll make my primary objective the Abomination Factory, and then any spare anima and souls I have, I'll dump them into these other little things. We still haven't really reached Renown 5 even, or never mind even Renown 6. It's probably because I didn't complete either of these, did I? No, I didn't. We need to go spend some time in the moor. God damn. Need to go to the moor. Let's check the auction house though. We'll hang fire on this for now. Let's oh boy. Hang on. Has it really been that long since we checked the auction house? What a terrible gold goblin I am. Is there still anybody here? There's still nearly 200 people here. I never expected 200 people to sit around and watch me do world quests, but fine. I appreciate you spending your time here. I know you're mostly here for the gold making stuff though. If I'm going to just grind some world quests, might as well tune in. Hey, appreciate it. Right, have we sold anything? No, we've genuinely not sold anything for like an hour. Jesus. Let's do cancel scan. Let's get all of this undercuts out the way. No, hang on, mailbox. I'm only here for the mole support and background noise. I'm happy to be your background noise, that's fine by me. Right, post scan, go. Rank 2 neck. Rank 2 neck, 44k. Rank 1 boots, 30k. Rank 1 boots, 35k. Enchanted Elysium bars, 750 gold apiece. Take that. Male arm guards, 26k. Leather waist, 37k. That'll do. That'll do. What was interesting to take from that is that we didn't actually look as if we were posting any high level stuff, meaning we've probably not been undercut on it even. Rank 3 Shadowgast rings, 100k still. We're only one of 2 people that's got them listed. And I'm genuinely the only person that's got Shadowgast ring 4. That's an interesting one. Oh, and here for my red coffee cup. Ah, your red coffee cup must be coming pretty soon by now, I reckon. Right, so people are still apparently happy. These prices, interestingly, it is slightly going up. I mean, I'm still not going to start playing this game until it gets to, I'd probably say at least 15k, mind. But I'm very aware that these people, they just cannot maintain these prices for very long. The neck is coming up in price. If it wasn't for this dude that dumped like 10 of them on the auction house, we'd be selling these for like 20k again now. But hey, his loss, not mine. I'll wait to sell them, it's fine. Rank 2s, there's a fair few people now that have got rank 2 neck at least. But there's nobody that's got rank 3. Although this dude, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Why would you craft, answer me this then, why would you craft 15 rank 2 Shadowgast necklaces to then not craft a rank 3 and to not have a rank 3 posted? Why would you do that? Surely the only reason you crafted 15 was to unlock rank 3. I mean, fair play, but why would you then not post a rank 3? Why? You could be the only one with a rank 3 neck on the auction house. Maybe you sold it out of money. Maybe. Essences are still less than 200 gold on my server. Some of them will be. Servitude probably will be. Valor probably will be. Servitude and Valor are going to go down in price pretty heavily because not many people are interested in the neck, whereas everybody is interested at the ring. You put every fibre of his being into getting rank 3s only to fall short and not have enough to actually make a rank 3. Quite possibly. Should I just really annoy him? Should I rank up to rank 4? should I just go to rank 4 and then be like, there's a rank 3 and a rank 4. Have some of that. That would be funny. What are the actual prices of the essences right now? Because Valor and Servitude are probably getting pretty cheap again. Yeah, Valor and Servitude are coming down in price. People are trying to spam sell their Valors. Yo, well, there's a... why did somebody go from 700 down to 500, down to 420, down to 399, down to 299, down to 239, down to 222? People, really? Really? Because of Darwinism. Yeah, probably. Here, have a Darwin Award. Congratulations, you win. In small counts though, eat them up. I don't really need to reset the market on Servitude, if I'm honest. There's already a lot of competition in the neck. I've got nearly 700 of these damn things already. Although I probably... what would it cost to buy... see, they're actually top loaded here at 700. I'd only really be able to buy these out. Like, I could go to here. It's that even if I bought these out, it's still putting my average price at almost 400 gold. And I don't expect to actually sell any at these higher prices, so... it's not even people baiting. It's not even... well, although maybe this guy was baiting at 239, because he only posted one. But then he obviously didn't decide to do anything about it. He baited and then forgot about it. This guy baited at 399. And then somebody came in with 299 and he didn't take the bait. So, yeah. It's in every market. People hate gold and are actively trying to use it. Almost unplayable on full pop. If the average price, if the majority of them weren't at this sort of price, I probably would reset it. But, I mean, people can trash this. People can trash this if they want. If anything, by leaving these here, it means that, like, people are unlikely to even post their servitudes on the auction house. But I'm very quickly starting to believe that the Jewel Crafters on my realm are contemplating giving up. Which is really good for me, because it means I'll have free run. Because I am rarely getting much competition on my jewel crafting crafts. I'm still lucky. I'm the only one, realistically, I'm the only one with rank 3 and rank 4 even in the rings. I'm in for a very good time if half the dual crafters on my realm tap out early. I'm in for a very good time. Because I've basically completed dual crafting now. This is why I'm switching my focus onto the other crafts. Lucky you, the only dual crafter with rank 4 on my realms is reposting like a psycho. Well, he's doing what I told people to do, in fairness. Like, get to rank 4, like, click the I'm done, I've completed it box with dual crafting, and then sell everything at 5% above cost. Everything at 5% above cost. Do that until there's no more dual crafters on that realm. Then you up your prices to 40, 50, 60% profit on each and every item, and you are getting every sale then. It's an aggressive strategy, but it works. In a market where there's no barrier to entry, you have to make that barrier to entry. I mean, theoretically, I should be going really hard on the price of even the rank 1 ring. Because for every rank 3 or 4 that I sell at ludicrous profit right now, it covers the cost of me selling 10 rank 1s at a loss. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to burn through all of my materials doing that. This is why the strategy of pushing to those higher ranks, if you're aggressive about doing it, works. Because for every sale you get of a 100k rank 3 or rank 4 item, the profit on those is what's paying for you to lose gold further down at like rank 1s and 2s. And this is only going to become more and more of a thing as the weeks go on and people actually start being able to use those higher up legendaries. If in the first couple of weeks you can persuade the other dual crafters on your realm, or the other crafters, should I say, on your realm, that it's not worth them pushing to rank 3 and 4, then when it comes to actually selling rank 3s and 4s regularly, there won't be many people that will even be able to craft them, never mind sell them. But my issue right now is cash flow. I almost need to take 24 hours where I don't buy anything. I need to stop investing in markets and just get some gold back. I'm running it way too skinny right now. Having less than 200k gold in my bags right now is ludicrous for somebody that has as much inventory as I do. And I don't even have a lot compared to most people. I said that 3 times yesterday. I know. But this is why I spent half the day today out of the auction house doing something. Because the more time I spend in the auction house, the more time I go to the browse tab, and then I click deselect all groups, and then I select materials, and I unselect vendor, and I do a shopping scan, and I find something to buy. How much gold do I actually have right now? Virtually none. Like, quite literally virtually none. To the point where I should probably go out. If I was to take my own advice, I'd be out farming right now. I mean, I have less than 500,000 gold. Sleep well. No doubt I'll still be here when you get up. Or at least I'll be doing the evening stream, so. $10,000 desolate leather for 5 gold 90. There's work to be done on that one. Definitely work to be done on that one. See, I'm doing it again. I literally spent 3 minutes in the auction house and I'm contemplating buying a bunch of stuff. Will we be able to craft rank 2 legendaries by next week? Also, when is it a good time to buy Nightshade? Assuming that you can be successful in Torghast and get enough Soul Ash, then yes, in theory, you can craft a rank 2 next week. Don't buy Desolate Leather, it's 5, it's going to crash below 3. Well, this is already basically below vendor price for me, so... That stock of Shrouded Cloth though, 6 gold 50. I'm not too fussed about doing the whole shuffle business, that's the thing. Ain't got time for that. Get out of there fast. It's dangerous me being in here. What is interesting to see though is that heavy callous hides are slowly going up in price. Callous hide itself is slowly going up in price, which is good because I invested like, what was it, like 600,000 gold in this yesterday. So if the materials go up, the crafted items is going to go up. There's 135,000 leather at an average of 4 gold on Bleeding Hollow. Don't do it 6 gold. Alright, I won't. I mean, the fact that, look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. These people are going to get pretty desperate to sell this pretty soon. There's like 90, 100. There's about 100, yeah. There's about under the value of 7 gold. Well, what is it? It's under the value of, what did we say? 7 gold. What's the vendor price that we worked out for it? The vendor shuffle. 7 gold 26. So under 7 gold 26. Exactly 7 gold 26. This person knows what they're doing. There's 126,000 Desolate Leather under the price that you could just flip it for a profit. People are farming Callous, so Desolate won't crash. Bones got expensive though. You're forgetting bones. Bones are going up. I've got nearly 10,000 pallid bones in my guild vault, which I've bought for an average of 6 gold a piece. So I can buy. Yeah, when this Desolate Leather gets really cheap, I'm in for making an absolute killing again. But yeah, I need to get out of the auction house because I'm going to end up buying stuff again. But guys and girls, I'm going to leave it there for this morning's stream. I'm going to hopefully put together a little video for you guys in a bit, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back again for an evening stream. I don't know exactly what time I'm going to start it, but I've got a few things I actually need to do this afternoon in real life, so I might have to step out of Azeroth for a while. But we will be back later. This evening I reckon it will be pretty auction house camping heavy. So if you want to talk WoW economics, if you want to talk gold making, we'll have a pretty solid Q&A session this evening. So if you enjoyed today, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new around here with notifications on, and I'll see you later. Peace.